gentlemen, welcome to the University of San Francisco. My name is Lale Shahide. I'm the Associate Vice Provost and Dean of Academic Student Services. We are delighted that you can join us for this very special event to benefit USF Center for Child and Family Development. خانم‌ها و آقایان محترم، باز هم یک دنیا از آمدنتون و شرکتتون ممنون. به دانشگاه سان فرانسیسکو خیلی خوش آمدید. من لاله شاهیده هستم و ما بی اندازه از شرکتتون، محبتتون و پشتیبانیتون از این مرکز سپاسگزاریم. Now celebrating its 27th year, the center has served more than 10,000 children and families. It provides school-based family counseling to schools and at-risk children who otherwise would have no access to counseling services. By being here tonight, you are helping us to continue our support of these children. The muse behind this event is Sheena. Sheena Sattarpur, Sattar's daughter, who felt that her father had a special affinity for the center and who made it possible for us to enjoy the honor of Sattar's performance tonight. Sheena has a long-standing commitment both to the center and to USF's mission to making this world a better place. She's a recent graduate of USF's Counseling Psychology program, holds a master's in marital and family therapy, and has lectured at the center's annual symposium at Oxford University. Sheena presently serves as the center's administrative director. As Dr. Brian Gerard, executive director and founder of the center, says, Sheena is his right arm, and the center could not possibly run without such a brilliant, talented, and gifted individual. We are proud to have Sheena as one of our alumni, and we are so grateful to her for making tonight's event possible. And now, here to introduce Sattar, the star of our event, who better than his daughter? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Sheena Sattarpur.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's event. As Lola mentioned, my name is Sheena Sattarpur, and I am Sattar's daughter. For many Iranians tonight, when they hear the name Sattar, they are reminded of the times of back in the day in Iran with their family and their friends, and the joyous music that he has brought to them for many years. For me, when I hear the name Sattar, I don't only think of this musician. I think of my father. I think of the man who has been by my side for the last 28 years. The man who used to drive my carpool and pick me up from basketball practice. The man who would make me chicken kebabs and beef kebabs every night. Actually, there's one story. My mom left for 6 months. She had gone to Iran, and my dad was taking care of me every night, as I mentioned, picking up my carpool and making me dinner. And I remember one night I called my mom and I was crying my eyes out. I was like, Mommy, I'm tired of all this chicken kebabs and all this Persian beef kebabs. I've eaten so much kebabs, I'm turning into a kebab. Now that I am no longer at home, the first thing I do before I even get home is pick up that phone and say, Dad, can you make sure to make me some of that chicken and beef kebab tonight when I get home? It's the first thing I want to eat. And when I get home, usually he's got that and plenty more waiting for me. For me, my father represents a lot. He is my everything. He is my world. He is the one that has given me the opportunity to go off into the world and experience my own life. And that's not a very traditional thing in the Iranian community. And my father actually mentioned to me, he said, if there's anything you're going to do in this world, you need to go out there and do what makes you happy. Not what makes us happy, but what's going to make you happy and bring you joy. And so he let me go off to school, actually in Arizona, kind of far, a little far away, not too far, but not too close. And I remember this one time I called home. I hadn't spoken to my parents for kind of a couple weeks. And I picked up the phone and I called my dad and he picks up, he says, hello? And I was like, hello? May I speak with Sattar, please? And he's like, this is Sattar speaking. I'm like, oh my God, Sattar, it's you. Oh, you have no idea. I love you. I've been listening to your music for years. I'm one of your biggest fans. And he's like, oh yeah, thank you. Yes, I'm very happy to hear from you. Thank you very much for calling. And I chatted with him for a little bit in this accent. And after a few minutes, I became very silent. And I said in Farsi, I said, صدای دخترت رو نمیشنوی؟ اصلا نمیدونی من کی هستم؟ And they call me Banu, that's my nickname. And he goes, Banu? تویی؟ اه اصلا نشناختم تا ماشاءالله بهت. And I said, well, it's been a while since we've talked, Dad. I just wanted to call and say that I missed you and I loved you and I'm doing pretty good at school and college and thanks for wanting to know and, thanks for caring about me. And he started laughing and he said, well, I'm glad you're doing well and you're, experiencing life out there and good luck to you. And I ended up coming home like a few months later, and he picked me up from the airport, and we went to go actually get gas. And we stopped at the gas station, and he went inside to go pay for gas, and he comes out, and he's like, من نمیفهمم این چی میگه بیا باش حرف بزن این انگلیسیش بده با من حرف نمیتونم بفهمم چی میگه. So he basically is telling me, I don't understand this guy's English, like he's not understanding me, I'm not understanding him. Can you come inside and help me because I'm having some technical difficulties here pretty much. So I go inside this gas station and the gentleman behind the cash register is East Indian. And he says, excuse me, your father you give me money and I tell him to go put the gas and then he comes and does it. And I looked at him and I was like, wait, what? And he says, I tell your father this, you leave the money here, you go and you pump the gas and then you come back and give him the receipt. And I was like, wait, I'm sorry, what did you say? And the guy gets really frustrated. Girl, I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm speaking very good English. You don't understand my English. You need to go there in American school. I'm telling you, leave the money here, go to pump the gas when you're finished. Then you coming back and I give you the receipt. So I explained, I was like, okay, Dad, he's saying just go pump your gas and, come back and he'll give us the receipt when we're done. No problem, okay. So we go, we do that, and we come back and I get the receipt and as I'm getting in the car to get back in, my dad just looks at me and goes, is there something wrong with my English? Did I not understand it? Because I noticed you had some problems up there too. You weren't understanding. And I kind of started laughing. I was like, not everybody can speak perfect English. Sometimes I have trouble understanding you when you and I have conversations together. I have to call Mom and say, Mom, so, but he's not just, this famous musician. As I mentioned, he's my dad. He's the guy that made me my kebabs. He's the one that used to read me bedtime stories at night. And I get emotional just even thinking about it because one of my favorite stories that he used to tell me, he used to start it off. And I don't know translate it from Farsi to English. And I don't know if it would really make a lot of sense if I did, but he used to start off and say, Yeki بود, yeki nabud. غیر از خدا هیچ کس نبود. یه پادشاهی بود. And I don't know if I can really say the rest. It's probably not very appropriate, but then he would end the story with بالا رفتیم ماست بود. Wait, بالا رفتیم دور بود. پایین اومدیم ماست بود. قصه ما راست بود. So you guys know it, right? So, as I mentioned, for me, my father, Sattar, was everything. He was a hero. He was the one that let me go away and experience life on my own. He's the person that has turned me into the young lady and the woman that I am standing and being here today. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you